reason most people come to Fushimi Inari is to take photos of themselves, like these poses over here. What you may not know is there's a beautiful hike up the mountain, but I saw so many tips saying not to bother going to the top, like these Reddit comments. I wouldn't recommend walking all the way up, halfway is fine for photos. You can do Fushimi Inari in 30 minutes if you're just taking photos around the entrance and the main red torii gates. Today, as two unfit Australians, so we're taking a bit of a pit stop. We're going to see how easy it is to climb to the top and let you know if it's worth it. We also have a really important tip at the end that's essential to getting the best photo for your social media. This is the base of the hike where the main hall is. We'll check out the market later when it opens. Beware of boars and monkeys. This is the halfway point where advice out there tells you to stop and not bother going further. You get a stunning view of Kyoto. And look, if you don't have much time, maybe it makes sense to go back and see another tourist attraction. But we're already halfway, so we might as well see what it's like at the top and on the way back the other side of the mountain.
Stairs.
Love the stairs.
I hate the stairs. My legs. I'm gonna stop here for a second. Oh.
Now for the important tip for how to avoid having a bad time like these reviewers on TripAdvisor. If you want to meet thousands of Chinese tourists and walk in a massive crowd, this place is for you. Kyoto is being overrun by tourists and I'm afraid. Avoid. Eversink HK. We arrived at 9:30 AM hoping to beat the main crowds. That was far too late. Avoid. Jamia. Don't know why this place was so popular. The volume of tourists here was so off-putting. Everyone was standing in the way, posing for photos and taking selfies. Do not recommend. Thanks for that, Lucinda asked. Pro tip is to get here early in the morning before all the bus loads of tourists come. We got here at around just past 8 and we have most of the place to ourselves. We planned to get here at 7:30 to avoid all the crowds, but we got lost at the train station, so we ended up coming at just past 8 and there were some people around but still pretty deserted. It's 10:07 AM Japan time and we got here at around that time, 8 AM. So we've been walking for 2 hours and we're close to the top. So there's another 10 minutes. It's meant to be, about a 2-hour hike. Maybe that 2-hour round trip. We took our time. So this is the best attraction that we've seen in Kyoto so far. It's really beautiful, really peaceful. You feel, at one with nature. There are sort of pit stops along the way, so if you get tired, no problem, just stop. The pit stops usually have shops that sell snacks and drinks. You can even get a beer up here. Along the pit stops, they have paths that say you can go down another way to the exit, or you can just walk back the way you came. But we're gonna go all the way to the top. How you going?
My legs are tired.
So we're taking a bit of a pit stop. It needs a bit of a break, but we're almost there. Look up there, we're almost there.
I take back what I said about all the inclines and not being a lot of stairs.
Alright, just a bit of a pit stop and then we'll head to the top.
Yeah. I see the end, let's go.
One final push-up, dips, going as fast as she can. This is the fastest I've ever seen her walk all day. Look at her scurry up. We made it to the top.
I'm tired.
Let's have a look around. The top has a shrine, shop and vending machine.
I'm just like looking. What is this one?
Yeah, as you can see, the drinks at the top of the mountain.
I'm interested because this one is by Asahi.
Oh yeah.
And there's like pictures of vegetables. It must be another soup, right?
It's just like how Suntory did the tea. You want cider on the way down?
No, I'll probably fall.
So we just spent 2 hours climbing up to the top of the mountain and we took our obligatory photos. And now we're going to go down the other path down the mountain. So was it worth it, or were they right? As we walked down, I couldn't help but feel refreshed and energized. There was something uplifting about going for a walk early in the morning up this gorgeous mountain that was hard to describe. Breathing in the fresh air, surrounded by beautiful red gates, and with my love beside me, this was better than anything I could have imagined. In my view, there is more to these red gates than being an aesthetic backdrop to your social media photo. If you have time and follow our tip of getting here early enough, it's well worth it. Going down the mountain is actually a different path, so let's keep going and let's see what we find on the way. And don't forget, by the time we get down, the market should be open as well. It's much nicer when you're walking down because, check it.
Oh, yes, you can see all the words.
Yeah, you can see all the words.
You see a lot of older people walk up and down, some even with walking sticks. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's how they stay fit.
That's how they stay fit.
And they must pay respects to the rice god. Otherwise, they get no rice. This shrine is to the rice god, I believe. And then all of these gates with writing, they are donated. So to get a gate, you have to pay money.
And the bigger ones cost.
Yeah, the bigger ones cost more money. And the writing on it is, I think, the name of the business or the person who donates the money, and maybe some messages on it or something.
So what's with the foxes?
The foxes are believed to be the messenger of the rice god.
Ah, I see.
So that's why there's a lot of fox themes. Speaking of foxes, we're coming up to one of those pit stops, and you can see quite a few fox statues right up there. Let's have a look. Don't know if you guys can see behind, but a bunch of fox statues. And as you can see, more vending machines. Oh, and these mini gates are for people who can't afford buying the big gates. So you can still get some good luck if you can donate for the small ones. Let's look at the shop. You can buy snacks, souvenirs, and mini gates at this pit stop. Right, it's pretty steep, so I might turn this off for now. This is where you purify yourself. You have the ladle in front of you. Scoop up the water, wash your left hand, your right hand, rinse your mouth, hold the ladle vertically to wash the handle, and you're purified. As you can see, there are heaps of people. When we came here in the morning, there was basically nobody. See, it doesn't seem too bad when you're down here, but if you imagine all of these people going up the narrow gates, then it becomes a bit harder to enjoy things. We definitely wouldn't have been able to get the nice, photos and things. So if you want nice photos, you've got to wake up early. Let's check out the market and see what we can find for breakfast. The grilled pork smelled so good. We also ate these juicy Chinese dumplings. Dip just bought a dango. For dessert, we found these cute dorayaki with a fox imprint. And this is all just for breakfast. Watch our next video to see what we eat next.